Welcome to the Beyond the Vines podcast, where I interview local business owners in Sonoma County to highlight small business and grow our community. I'm your host, Amy Ehlers, a mom, realtor, and Sonoma County native, and I'm excited to connect you to some amazing people in this beautiful area that we call home. Welcome back to the Beyond the Vines podcast, and thank you for listening. As everyone knows, I am a major dog lover. We always have dogs in the office. I am obsessed with my dog, and today's episode is really exciting today for me to be able to talk about this because I am sure you have been able to see these adorable dogs around town. I am here today with Petra Macega of the VIP Pack located here in Petaluma. If you have ever noticed a giant herd of dogs, I don't know how else to describe it, walking around and taking the most adorable photos. This is who they belong to. So Petra Macega is the human behind the VIP Pack located here in Petaluma. During her successful career as an accountant, Petra fostered a puppy who reignited her love for dogs and inspired her to take a leap of faith and change careers. After 3 years of experience under a professional pack leader, Petra branched out on her own and founded the VIP Pack in 2023. Pack walks offer dogs the opportunity to socialize in a controlled environment, master basic skills, and be physically and mentally stimulated all at the same time. Petra cares for each pup like one of her own, which can sometimes include costumes and fun group selfies. Those are the ones I mentioned before. Rain or shine, her full-service, door-to-door approach is one of the many things she is proud of. Born out of an entrepreneurial spirit and Petra's love of dogs, the VIP Pack is where we specialize in pack walks for your very important pups. And with that, I welcome Petra.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. I swear, the number of times I've seen you around town with these adorable dogs and the fact that they all listen so well to you and that you can walk that many at once and then even put down their leash and take an adorable photo for Instagram is amazing to me because I can't do it with one dog.
Hear that often.
Yeah. What's your magic? That's amazing. So starting to go a little bit back, have you always been a dog lover?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a little girl, I had a dog, and she was my best friend. I'd come home from school and tell her about my whole day and absolutely loved her. And then as I got older, I just wasn't able, based on living situations, to have a puppy or a dog. And so they just haven't been in my life on a regular basis for a while.
Yep.
Until I fostered a puppy and just wanted to be around them so much more.
And you mentioned when we were off camera, you don't have a dog right now, right?
I do not.
You get your fill of dogs all day long.
It's pretty amazing, yes.
Yeah, but you do have a cat.
I do.
Any other pets?
No.
Just your cute little cat? How cute. I love that. That is really, really sweet. So what inspired you to start the VIP Pack?
The company I was working with, who was absolutely wonderful, gave me all my training, and I just really realized that I wanted to do this long term and make a real, true career out of it. And I think the best way to do that is to have your own company.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
That's what I did, and just fingers crossed, hope for the best.
Yeah.
And it's been quite amazing.
I mean, I feel like you're famous in Petaluma.
There is a few of us around.
Yeah, so that's true. You see a few different packs. And so when you are doing this, how many dogs, because I was counting how many in your pictures, but how many dogs do you generally have and how many dogs is the most you've had?
Generally, I have an employee and am hiring as well, but generally we max out between 9 and 11 dogs each.
Okay.
The most I've walked is 14.
Wow. That's amazing.
I try not to do that.
Yeah.
And it's very much dependent on the pack. There are some packs where you can have 6 dogs and it feels like 20.
Yeah.
And sometimes the 13 or 14
feels like nothing.
So it depends.
I mean, my brain is going with 5,000 questions that I didn't anticipate. Are you holding 14 separate leashes at that point? Are they all connected?
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
I don't connect them because they do tangle.
Yes.
So having them disconnected allows me to untangle while we walk.
Wow.
And I hold them all in one hand.
Okay.
That way I have a free hand to correct them.
Okay.
Or to give them a little leash pop so they know to back up.
Yep.
And all in one hand. So it also comes down to, as many as, not ideally as many as you can hold, but can't
potentially,
go beyond that.
potentially, yes.
Uh-huh.
Do you alternate arms, or is one of your arms super duper strong, or they don't pull? So
they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a rare occasion where a cat, for example,
Yes.
or if there's another reactive dog.
yeah, how does that work if you're walking by a reactive dog?
We work on just teaching everybody to leave it. We do carry treats.
Good idea.
It's not the most ideal all the time to have treats because some dogs just then focus on that. I have a couple specific little ones who just then try to jump at the pouch.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
But that's a part of it is teaching them to leave it and to not react. It doesn't always work. There's sometimes if we don't catch it soon enough and see the dog approaching or they come from a garage or something, then sometimes it's just a keep moving, hold on, keep moving and get out of their situation.
And hope that the other owner is nearby.
Exactly.
Wow. And then how does this work timing wise or like pickup wise? So you go and pick up the dogs, or do people drop their dogs off to you?
We go and we pick them up.
Wow. On your walk or?
No.
Okay.
So we have minivans.
Great.
With the backs taken out.
Wow.
And then there's a 2-inch gym mat back there,
Okay.
so it's nice and soft.
Aww.
Also covered in blankets, so
Aww.
when accidents happen, it's easier cleaning.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And then drive all over town, primarily Petaluma, a little bit of Pengrove.
Okay.
Maybe one day Sonoma, but right now Petaluma, and we drive all over town picking them up and then decide where to meet that day. It tends to vary.
Okay.
And then we leash up once we get to the spot that we're going to walk.
Wow.
And then we do walk about an hour and a half. And then that includes the photo and break time, shade breaks, water breaks in the summer.
Definitely.
And then we take them back home.
So one walk a day, essentially, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to do 2, but the summer just doesn't allow for it.
I was going to say the heat in the summer.
It's really not possible to do it.
So you always do probably morning time just so that you're ready when summer. There we go. Wow. And I'm sorry, I'm just like such a logistics person. So like when you open the back of the minivan, all the dogs stay while you load in the new one that you just picked up?
Yes.
Wow,
and that's a part of the training and teaching them to respect boundaries and to stay back.
Yes.
And that's a big part of just us having that relationship with them makes a big difference.
Yeah.
A lot of parents joke that, well,
I love that you just said parents.
Well, of course, what else?
For parents, I love it.
That their dogs listen to us better than to them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which is true in many cases. Yeah. But there's it's sort of like bringing in a trainer where they set boundaries very early on.
Yep.
And, as for parents, you kind of give them more leeway. And then once they know they can, they'll keep trying. And so it's a different relationship.
I mean, I totally get that and can relate. We have a joke in my house because I have a lot of real kids, not just fur kids. And we have a joke in the house that our dog Jojo is my favorite child. So like, they all know it. They're all aware of it. And it's like this little fake jealous joke. But Jojo does get away with a lot at our house because she's our little baby.
I have one client who said one of her dogs, she says he's the love of her life. She also has children.
Oh, that's so funny.
And a lovely family.
So cute. I noticed one of my kids changed their profile picture on Netflix to say favorite child. So I'm already ready with like Jojo made a profile. Like I can't wait till we're all sitting down to TV and like call him out on that. So funny. But so what kind of sets the VIP pack apart from other dog walking services? I'm guessing like a lot of it is the number of dogs you can handle.
Yes. There's not, there are some, but there's not many companies who go up to the 10, 11 mark. The one which I learned from does.
Okay.
So that's what I learned.
Yeah.
So that's what's comfortable.
Totally.
There's days where, 7 feels like nothing, which is crazy to think.
Yeah.
Because when I think about it from an outsider's point of view, 7 is a lot of dogs.
7 would make everybody's heads turn to be like, how is she doing 7? So yeah, that's funny.
Yes, definitely the amount that we take. I think how much we love them, genuinely love all of the dogs. And it's such a fulfilling and amazing job that I know that clients see that and really love that aspect.
Yeah. Because you're taking care of their babies, their favorite children. So how do you handle dogs with different temperaments and energy levels when you're on a walk?
Because there's 2 of us and shortly 3 or down the line more, we can split them up.
Okay.
And then also we work with them when new dogs join. I try to work them into a day where I think they will work best.
Good idea.
There's always a little bit of a breaking in period because it's brand new.
Totally.
And the temperament of a dog obviously makes a big difference. Some are super shy.
Yeah.
Some just want to play with everybody. So it's just a matter of getting to know them and building that relationship and having them slowly work in.
Right. Do you ever divide, because again, I'm a logistics person, like small dogs and big dogs so the little dog's legs can keep up, or do they keep up just fine?
Oh, they keep up just fine.
That's so funny. That's so cute to me.
They could even go further and faster than the bigs.
That does make sense. That's really, really
they
funny.
Are more work.
Yeah,
the
little
ones.
dogs, I feel like I don't have little dogs, but I have known some, and I feel like my big dogs are a lot easier and more mellow.
Yes.
But the little dogs are so cute.
Oh, adorable. We have one that's, she's under 10 pounds.
Oh my gosh. And she's
adorable.
on a leash, like walking around with all the big dogs.
She actually, she's an exception. I have her on a harness.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because she's so tiny that I just didn't want a leash on her neck.
Yep.
But normally everybody
point.
else has a leash.
And just a collar. That's no harness.
They're all slip leads.
Oh, they're slip leads.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I love that. So do you have any tips for dog owners whose dogs kind of struggle with leash pulling or anything like that, or even recall if they get off the leash?
Leash pulling is a big one.
Yeah.
First thing is if the dog is food motivated, treats are amazing.
Yep.
And just getting their attention and having them look at you and give them a treat and, get excited every time they make that eye connection, and also backing up. So if they start pulling, you start backing up and excitedly tell them, okay, come on, this way. Another way is to pivot around them and get into their space and make them back up. So you're taking
kind of in
up
charge.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's a lot of little tips and tricks.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good to know. Yeah.
And a big one is not allowing them to walk on a tight lead because they naturally will push against anything that's pulling them back.
Oh, okay.
So when a lead tightens, they should know, like the pack dogs learn to come back closer. And so when dogs walk far out, they'll continue to push unless they're taught and shown otherwise.
That makes total sense. I do know, too, from my dog, she's super protective of us. And so we've kind of found that if we let her go too far out and are pulling, she feels like the need to be like watching everything for us. And like she's a little better if we keep her close. She feels a little like calmer if we're right next to her.
And there's also having that relationship of she can feel protective of you, but also needs to know that you will protect her.
That we're protective.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. That's so, and which I'm assuming is part of the whole pack, like, idea with walking with dogs. Like, I assume they are pack animals. So that's very cool to like know that they could all walk together and like have that communication with each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the puppies learn from the older ones.
I'm sure.
And everybody learns from their handler. That's the most important one of the most important aspects is that a handler is confident in what they're doing and that the entire pack knows that we have them.
Yep.
You know, they're
Yep.
protected, they're good, and we will not let anything happen.
Interesting. Like the whole like psychology of all of that is so interesting to me.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Have you ever had a particularly challenging moment or a funny moment or both when walking the dogs?
Funny, we get a lot of great comments from people.
Sure. I'm sure. Yeah.
Sometimes it's, are those all yours?
That's really funny. Do you say, yep, we're heading home? I know.
One time a gentleman asked with true concern whether we were okay.
Oh, how funny.
Which that one to me is
Oh,
always
that's
stuck
really
because
funny,
I've
yeah.
never heard,
Yeah.
only heard that one time.
He's like, there must be something wrong with them. They're taking this many dogs. Are they okay?
A lot of people say they can't believe that they get along together
Right.
and that they walk so well and that they're friendly. And scary moments, there's been some.
Yeah, I imagine.
Usually it has to do with an outside dog or situation that can rile the pack. You know, and that happens.
Yeah.
That's a part of the job.
Yep.
Nobody's going to have a perfect walk or even near perfect walk every day. And there will be days where situations happen.
Yeah.
I just had one yesterday,
Oh,
actually. And everybody was fine, no injuries or anything. But, you know, a dog did walk by about 10 feet from us.
Yeah.
And one of my dogs reacted, which set off other dogs reacting.
Yep.
And then one of the sort of power breed dogs decided that he was going to correct
Oh, in
first
your
dog.
pack.
Yes. So they had a moment
Yep.
of now
Total.
we're going, which sounds so much worse than it ever
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty over like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the moment I raised my voice
Yep.
and said no,
Yep.
they literally stopped.
Yep.
So, but you know, sometimes
That's
it
so
can
crazy.
look and definitely sound
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're animals.
I
so
didn't think about the sound. Like, I always see your cute photos, but I didn't think about the sound when you're walking all those dogs.
it's
That's
when's on the, you know, off chance that something happens, which isn't even weak. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not that common, but when it does, it does not sound good.
People are like, what is happening
Well,
over
and
there?
even
No.
if you see
Yeah.
dogs playing, sometimes they can get so
yeah.
vocal.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you don't know how to read their body language, then you might think that things are off a lot worse than they
Yeah.
are. And they
Yeah.
might just be having a blast.
That's really my dog and my husband playing in the house. My dog sounds like she's gonna kill him, but she's not.
Right.
He's like he's her favorite person in the world, even though she's my favorite child. So you have such a good social media presence. Can you tell me more about that? Was that part of like the strategic planning of your business, was having this social media presence? And also my own like personal, again, logistics question is, how do you get all the dogs to sit and smile at you when you take a picture? Yeah.
I found social media to be the most important. I started, a good friend of mine, actually, you've had her on the show.
Oh, who was it?
Liz.
Oh, yes.
Crafted Cup.
Do you do? Does she have a dog that you walk? Or she's just a good friend?
We used to work together,
Oh,
which
that's
is how
so
we met.
cool. Oh, I love Liz.
yes.
Now I want a coffee from her.
Right?
She's amazing. Yeah, she's
She's
amazing.
absolutely
And great at
amazing.
branding. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She was kind enough to, at the time she was pack walking her own pack and
Wow.
building up Crafted Cup.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
She was nice enough to let me use her pack photos.
Wow.
So I started just adding those to my Instagram, even though I was keeping it a private account, just because, I don't know about you, but when I go to Instagram, I go see how old somebody's
That's a
account
great
is.
point.
So
What a good
when
idea.
I opened officially, I
Yes.
didn't want to be like 2 photos.
Totally.
So that's what I started.
Great strategy with that. And I
you.
haven't heard that from anybody else. I love that. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
giving away the secrets.
Yeah, I know. And now I'm going to start checking the dates on the profiles.
I don't know
It's a
why.
no,
I
it's
just,
brilliant.
Well, I think because there's so much scam and
Yes.
scammers out there
Yes.
nowadays. it's hard to know what is real and what isn't. And so if somebody has a history, it's a little more likely to be a legit account versus like, oh, they opened yesterday and,
Well, your business is very trust-based, right? Like people have to trust you with their animal.
100%.
And so I think that really plays into that. It's a great point. Like you needed to show everybody that you are experienced. You do know what you're doing. Yeah. Yes. Before they let their little
and
furries.
People love to see, I mean, first of all, people love dogs and they love to see photos of dogs. Yeah. So it's very easy to get sort of that
like
that sort of
like a connection almost with
exactly.
it. I'm pretty sure I like every single one of your photos, by the way, and that's why they keep popping up on my thing. I'm like, oh, that's a cute walk today. That's a cute walk.
I sometimes almost like my own.
I'm sure you're like, those dogs are cute. Oh, wait, I know them. That's really funny. Oh, it's so cute. And I didn't know that about Liz. That's amazing. I think that's a really good strategy for you, though, to have such a strong social media presence. Definitely. How do you get them all to sit off leash, smiling at you? And looking at you.
So that's the one time I do clip the leashes.
Okay, that makes sense.
We carry carabiners on our packs, and we do clip them because, again, something
like
may happen. Right. And if they do all break, they're not coordinated enough to go the same direction. So if they're clipped, we're good.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's so cute.
And it's patience. And I tend to say a little bit of magic.
Yeah.
But maybe it truly comes down to patience. Treats, they start together.
Oh, that makes sense. That doesn't help you.
If we'll do treats afterwards and have them, once we have the shot, to say, wait and stay, and then give them a treat while they're still sitting.
Wow.
And then they can break.
That's amazing. That's so cool to me. How cute. What's the most rewarding part of your job?
The dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, it's their love and spending time with them is priceless.
So cool.
We're one of their favorite people. So, showing up and every single house you go to, pick up a dog, they're thrilled to see you and they can't wait to go. And it's so fulfilling.
Yeah.
And also I have amazing clients.
Oh, yeah.
The other side of the dogs, the humans, are so supportive and lovely. And it's a very fulfilling job that brings me a lot of joy.
That is so great. And a lot of exercise, I'm assuming. Can I ask how many steps you walk, or do you know?
Quite a bit.
I would imagine. That's so cool. Oh, I love that so much. How has the Petaluma community really embraced you and supported you?
Incredibly.
Good.
I mean, the business has grown so much faster than even my goals.
Wow.
I mean, I hit when I opened my 6-month goal within 2.5 months.
Wow. That's a huge testament to you.
And that's my clients. Most of our clients are referrals.
Great.
So it's people that just go and tell everybody about, how they feel about us. And I mean, I've been brought to tears of joy multiple times just because of how appreciative and supportive clients are. So
that's incredible.
It's been such a supportive and amazing community. It's a wonderful, I love this town. It's a wonderful town to live in.
It is.
And you feel like you're in a little town. It's a big little town.
It is. You know everybody, but it is pretty large. That's amazing. I love that. And I wonder too, like, as you pick up different dogs in different neighborhoods, do you kind of pick up some from the same neighborhoods because they are all talking about you, or they see the van pulling up?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so funny, which is, again, that word of mouth. That's amazing. Do you have any favorite local pet-friendly spots in town, or a certain walk that you really enjoy the most?
I like the ones that are a little more deserted. So some of the back roads are really nice. We do tend to stick to walking in the roads.
Yeah.
Because
there's so many of you.
There's so many of us. Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
And favorite spot? Honestly, I love walking downtown and on the west side.
I'm sure the attention you get downtown.
That as well. It is great marketing.
It is great. You guys need to wear your shirts. A dog needs to wear shirts. Like all. That's so funny. Yeah, that makes sense. We have such a cute downtown.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And the Victorian houses and all the beautiful landscaping. Yeah. It's pretty fun.
You get some good photos in front of the Victorian houses.
Yes.
Amazing. That's so great. What's next for VIP Pack? It sounds like you're hiring.
We're hiring, and I mean, the goal is just to continue to grow and hopefully expand to possibly, like I mentioned, Sonoma down the line.
Great. Yeah.
And long term, I would love to have a facility of my own to be able to do first and foremost pack walks, but also boarding and daycare afterwards.
Wow.
And, you know, I have all these grandiose ideas.
You're hitting your goals very quickly. So I think this time next year, we might be having another podcast interview. Wow.
That would be incredible.
That is that would be awesome to have that. Yeah. Amazing. Wow. Kind of coming off work a little bit, what are 3 fun facts about you personally?
I'm bilingual.
Oh, cool. What other language?
Slovak.
Wow.
Yes. So not a very common one.
No, that's amazing.
Great. Like I have a kitty cat, which most people don't expect. Everybody thinks I have a dog at home.
I thought you'd have a lot of dogs, to be honest.
Right. One day I'll have my own little pack.
Yeah. Maybe when you have your boarding facility.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep. It's always the hardest question.
I know.
Where did you live before Petaluma?
Europe.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yes. I went to high school overseas.
How cool.
Yeah, so I guess that's a fun
that
fact.
That is an unusual fact. It's very fun. That's
true.
Amazing. Wow. Is there anything else I might have missed that you want listeners to know?
Not really. I mean, I feel like we talked about all of it.
Good.
And, you know, to me, the most important is that everybody knows that I do this for truly my love of dogs. And I think that reflects in the business, which is, like I said, so fulfilling.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful town to do this in. And
I love that. Good people and good dogs here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. Where can my listeners find you?
So we're definitely on Instagram, the VIP Pack. There's an underscore between each word.
Perfect.
As well as on Facebook. And also a website, thevippack.com.
Perfect. And I'll put all of those in the show notes, too, so that people can look them up. If you don't follow her Instagram, you have to follow. If you need to, or you're having a hard day and you just need a little smile, there's the picture of, a giant group of dogs all staring at you.
And today we got drenched. It rained on us. And so they're all in cute little raincoats.
Stop it. Is that picture been posted yet?
Not yet.
Oh, we're going to be stalking me and Car. We're going to stalk your page for the next week, waiting for the raincoat pic.
It'll get posted this afternoon.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for listening.
If you like what you hear, please be sure to like and subscribe, learn more about Sonoma County and all that we have to offer here.